Hello, Jaguar students. It's your friendly neighborhood math teacher, Mr. Allred. I'm so excited to bring you here to Unit 1, mini lesson number 2. We're going to talk today about proportional relationships and something called the constant of proportionality. Our learning goal by the end of today's class, or really tomorrow's class, is to be able to explain how to find the constant of proportionality. Let's get started by making sure our table of contents in our binder is updated. This is the second entry in your table of contents. Today's date is September 5th, 2018. This is Unit 1, mini lesson number 2 on the constant of proportionality. That's what you're watching right now. Let's get started with it by writing entry number 2 on the top right-hand side corner of the page. Okay? Last year you probably learned this word proportion. Let's see if you remember what a proportion is. Tell Edpuzzle what you think. That's right. A proportion is an equation stating that two ratios are equal. Two ratios are the same. Whenever two ratios form a proportion, they are known as proportional. Okay? Great example of two proportional ratios would be like 1/2 and 2/4. 1/2 and 2/4 is a great example of a proportional relationship. 1/2 and 2/4 are the same ratio, the same fraction. Okay. Last year you probably learned through cross multiplication you can check if they're the same, but we'll talk more about that in class tomorrow. If a relationship is proportional, there is a constant rate. I'd probably underline that word since it's bolded. It's probably important. There's a constant rate that relates one variable to another through multiplication, like I just said, through cross multiplication sometimes. In this case, a constant rate across. That constant of proportionality is the constant rate of change associated with the different pairs of measurements in a proportional relationship. Usually we can write it as an equation in the form y equals k times x, where k is the constant of proportionality. And to solve for k, you can do y divided by x. Lots of things going on there here at first. All of that's going to make more sense hopefully by the end of this video and really by the end of class tomorrow. Okay? Based on the table, what is the constant of proportionality between these relationships? If you look at all these relationships, I have x. Those are counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. The y's are counting by fours. 4, 8, 12, 16. So it looks like you can take the y and divide it by 4 each time, and that'll give you what the x is. That is the constant rate of proportionality. All the x's times 4 make the y's, or all the y's divided by 4 make the x's. That's the constant of proportionality associated with the whole table. Every single column in that table has the same constant associated with it. Let's see if you can try some. At Books Unlimited, 4 paperback books cost $16. Fill in the missing values in this ratio table. So if 4 books cost $16, okay, 16 divided by 4 is the constant of proportionality. So how much would 5 books cost? That's right, cost $20. How'd you find that out? Well, you probably did 5 times 4 and got 20. How many books would be $48? Well, if you do 48 divided by 4, good job. You get 12. That would be 12 books. All of this boils down to, hey, 1 book is $4. So the constant of proportionality, also known as the unit rate from yesterday, see, we're making connections. It's the same word, guys. The unit rate is $4 per book. $4 per book. So I could write an equation to tell me how much any number of books would cost by saying that the cost of the books, C, is equal to 4 times the number of books that you buy. See if that works for anything in here. C equals 4 times N. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 4 is 20. 12 times 4 is 48. 1 times 4 is 4. So that equation represents this relationship. Okay? You're going to try the second one. Yes, there it is. To find the cost, multiply the number of books you buy by 4. Please write that down. Sorry, I forgot to click it. That's my fault. This last question you're going to do on your own. You're going to try to fill out this chart, and then you're going to check yourself with me, and that'll be most of our notes for the day. Okay? Awesome job. Hopefully you found that if Nards and Noble bookstore sells 8 books for $48, $48 divided by 8 books is $6 per book. So hopefully you found that 6 books would be $36. $96 worth of books is 16 books. The constant of proportionality in this case was $6 per book. And you could write an equation to represent the cost of any number of books by doing C, the cost equals 6 times the number of books that you buy. Awesome job there with those notes. I really appreciate all your hard work and effort. That was just merely an introduction to constant of proportionality. We're going to do more on the back side of these notes tomorrow in class. This is for tomorrow, the back side of these notes. Please don't look at them until tomorrow. I want to make sure everyone's on the same page, both literally and educationally. Look at that. I've got jokes, okay? Please remember, of all the students I've ever taught, you are one of them. Thanks so much. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Bye-bye.